Give me a call. Our program is all natural. You can lose 20 to 30 pounds in 40 days. Give me a call today.
So Valentine's Day is coming up soon, so we're very happy to have Dee Johnson back on the show with Tasteful Gatherings. Good to see you.
Oh, so good to be back.
So even though what you have today is kind of fitting for Valentine's Day, the tips you're going to offer we can use for a fun game day or graduation party or just because it's a Wednesday night, right?
Absolutely. Well, kind of what's in trend this year is vintage glassware and using it for fun and different things. And what I've done today is I've taken some chocolate covered strawberries and some cupcakes. And by the way, I just want to do a little shout out to Autumn at our kitchen. She did these for me yesterday and she did such a nice,
pretty.
Yeah, she did a great job with them. But anyway, we're just showcasing those today for the Valentine theme. And what I did was I just took a little cake stand. And you can pick these up at Hobby Lobby. They're just a few dollars. And I'm using that as an elevation. And that just gives a little more interesting look. And then just a couple of little vintage bowls here and threw some strawberries in there, but you could do candies, cookies, anything like that. Just something fun for your husband or your kids or whatever. And you can get them involved in the decorating too.
The layering of things is really important. And so, I mean, the kind of a caterer's trick, right, is to have boxes to put underneath.
It is, yes. And you can cover those too if it's not pretty. So let's say that you did use an old box. You can take a pretty piece of fabric and cover that and then use that as your elevation.
It's really fun too once you get creative. I might be saying that because I'm catching myself not being as creative as I used to be. And I miss it. I somehow don't seem to have the time. But I used to love to just make something out of nothing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. My husband calls it junk that we make pretty. He really does.
It really is, because even in the junk, for you, there are memories associated with it.
There are,
and you don't want to throw it away.
You don't. And I even use things like iron skillets. Like we did a salad bar and we used all pieces of iron. And we put lettuce, tomato, sour cream, cheeses in all of this, and then I used a big dough bowl to put the main ingredients in, and it turned out so pretty, especially for a rustic situation.
So is this piece that you have here, when you got it, did it look like this or did you create this?
Yeah, it looked just like
it looked like this?
Yes, I got this at I think it's an estate sale.
I was asking the question because here I go with my junkin', but I was years ago at, I think, the Goodwill in East Brainerd. And there was this thing, and it was like a decoupaged plate with this real pretty paper or whatever on it, fabric on it. And then they had inverted a wine glass.
Yes, I've seen
You've seen that? But it was so much fun. I think I paid like $4 for it, but it's perfect for what I want to do sometimes.
It is, yeah. It's a lot of fun to do that. And we see things like that, and we even take things that are whole and turn them into something else also. My guys at work, they love to do things like that, and I love them so much. I take what I know and I share that with them, and they take it and run with it and make it even better.
There was a great story about, I think it was Ziegfeld, of Ziegfeld Follies, and in the day the girls had these imported slips from like France or something, very expensive, but they were their slips. Nobody ever saw them. And somebody said, why in the world would you spend all that money for that when nobody can see them? And his answer was, yes, but the girls know they're wearing them.
They know, yes.
So I bring that story up because I know you do so much with weddings and parties for people. If there is something sentimental and somebody would like to use it just because they know it's there, does that make a difference?
It does. In fact, I did a consultation yesterday with a couple, and they love silver platters. And I have beautiful silver platters, but I told her, if you have some that belong to your family, bring those, and we'll incorporate those as part of your display to make your day even more special.
Sometimes if something isn't quite perfect, like if there's an old vase that has a chip in it or something, that too has some beauty to it.
It does. I love all those things. Now, in our world, we have to be careful about that, because if something has a chip, I can't use it because the health department won't let me. But as long as there's no health reason not to, I love the imperfections.
So I know the last time you were here, we talked about wedding season because a lot of people are newly engaged. I'm sure your head's swimming. That's going to continue.
It is.
When people call you, whether it is for the wedding itself or again for bridesmaids events or showers, that type of thing, is there a starting point you like to begin begin with, Dee? Is it just to get to
Sure.
know you?
Yeah, absolutely. The best place to start is our website. And there's a contact page there, and you give us a lot of information there, and we'll get started. And then if you just want more personal touch, just call us, and we'll be happy to talk to you, because a lot of people, this is their first time, and they're nervous, and they just feel overwhelmed. And we can help step by step through the process.
You mentioned, I mean, is this depression glass, would you say?
I really don't even know. I think it is. I just thought it was pretty.
You don't, well, okay, that's important too. Not everything has to be fine. It just
does
has
not.
to be pretty.
Yes, yes. And I love the details on this little stemmed bowl. I think
Yeah.
it's so pretty.
It's very, very timeless and delicate. It absolutely is. Now, on the catering side, since you gave that shout out to Autumn, unless we're using you for a party, we can't take advantage of your kitchen, or do you ever do like catering orders?
We do some catering orders.
Okay.
We do. We could do chocolate covered strawberries. We can do cupcakes. We can do casseroles and things like that. So if you've got, let's say you've got a family reunion and you want to take a big casserole and you just don't have the time, give us a call.
Okay.
And we'd be happy to take care of that for you.
Because everything should be pretty, whether it is a
Yes.
special event or, like I said, just because it's a weekday and you're bored.
Yes, and another thing we can do is we can come in and set up in your home, leave, and then come back later and pick it all up.
Let me show you how to get in touch with her. Her name is Dee Johnson. It's Tasteful Gatherings. There's her email, tastefulgatherings13@gmail.com. Then the phone number, 716-2343. And doesn't your granddaughter work with you?
She does.
Does
Leah, she will be happy to help you.
She might answer the phone.
Wholesale Supply is your one-stop shop for everything plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. From the functional to the stylish and elegant, transforming your home or business starts here. The best quality products at the best prices. Visit Wholesale Supply.